the new features built into the operating system is you can, in the newer versions, newer builds, the build that my PC is running is a newer build. And so you can see like the active window is a different color. So right now on y'all, that's not that way. So they're still developing it a little bit. But what's cool is that when you scroll, you normally scroll, but if you come over here to an inactive window, your scrolling still takes effect, even though your mouse is just hovered over that application. I'm not clicking anything, I'm just on my current application, and that's the one that's scrolling. So know that is a small hidden feature. You can also see, you can't really tell in the, I don't know if someone's running, let me see if I can get it. I don't know if you can tell, but my little store icon here, it's actually got a little bit of a color to it, an accent color applied to it, so it makes it look a little better. Right now, yours is just white, so you can see some of the cosmetic differences that Microsoft is still making with the OS. And another example of that is right now, if you right-click on the desktop, you can see my context menu is very similar to what you would see when you right-click in the taskbar here, and when you right-click on the start menu here. Right now in y'all's, if you go through and you right-click on a bunch of different things, your menus are going to look a little different. So they're still trying to bring it all together and make it a little more seamless experience. For example, in Edge, it still has a different right-click context menu versus here. It looks a little bit similar, but it's not quite there yet. So that's definitely something that they're trying to make progress in, is bringing that all together. So look for that in the new build in November. I wanted to make mention of that. So are y'all ready to move on? Okay. The next segment, I call it, for lack of a better term really, is just Advanced Windows 10. And it's just some more interesting stuff. So the way I want to do something a little bit different this time, and I'm going to talk about the command prompt in PowerShell for a minute, and I'm going to have y'all do the exercise that refers to that, and then we'll talk about management and security and stuff like that, and then we'll do the exercises. So we're going to try that to see if that's a little bit different or better for y'all. So really quick, the command prompt has got a lot of improvements with Windows 10. One thing, and I hope like your inner geeks just like explode from this because this is awesome, because I exploded. But now you can actually maximize the command prompt, like a full screen. I know. Thank you for exploiting that. I know, it's incredible. So it annoyed the crap out of me that you could only have it, even when you expanded, it was just the one half-size screen or whatever it needed. The other thing that they did, wait for it, it brought the control key shortcut, so you can right-click, or you can Control-C, Control-V, and Control-X in the command prompt.
Yay!
I know. Cheers, Microsoft. Cheers. It's amazing, because you couldn't do that. Whenever you did Control-V, it would do the little caret V, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted. So when you copy from the web, and you copy a command, and you paste it into command prompts, it'll actually
Sweet.
That's awesome. I know. But to even make it better, I don't know if you've ever tried to copy a command from the web, but sometimes whenever you had quotes, they would change your quotes into the wrong type of quotes. So whenever you tried to execute the command that you just copied, it wouldn't work. So then you'd have to type it out by hand. But now, when you copy and you paste it, it'll convert the smart quotes into real quotes.
Where was that when you sent me that AutoCAD?
I
could
know.
copy it and
See,
paste
that's what I'm
it.
saying. So finally, they're getting it. Thank y'all for being so excited.
So excited.
The other thing they did was enable transparency, so that if you do have to copy a long command from the web or from something else, you can actually lower the opacity of the console so that you can read what's behind it. So that's actually very cool. It does text wrapping too now, so it won't go all I'm. And it trims the leading zeros. So you have the options to enable that, and you can revert back to the old way. But I mean, why would you? It's so cool. The other thing that I wanted to mention, and this is just more for FYI, because again, I think it's cool. It's not like Inner Geek Exploding Cool, so reserve yourself. But PowerShell is a huge management tool that Microsoft has adopted. It's a code base that they developed internally, and it has really grown to be the coolest command shell ever. Wouldn't you agree?
Amen.
And Linux, if any of you are Linux fans, it used to be that you had a package manager inside Linux, and you could say, go into the console and you could say install space Firefox, and it would actually download Firefox, install the application for you, and stuff like that. What?
It does on Raspbian. It still has that.
Yeah. Most Linux does. And so they brought that into PowerShell. So that you actually have these application repositories now, and you can actually manage applications within a package manager within PowerShell. So it's really cool. Amongst so many other different various features, they've actually, it's object-oriented, so it's based off .NET, and so you can actually have a lot more control of what you can do as far as like writing scripts instead of using old VB script or bat files. PowerShell is the wave of the future. And so, anyway, I just want to make mention of that because it's really cool. So, instead of me continuing on, again, let's just do the exercise for the command prompt, and you can actually control C and control V in there, change the opacity and transparency, and I really want to see the inner key come out again. Okay, just humor me, please, because it's amazing.